Gosh, don't I just love the Undeniably Idiotic series of Berserk? I wonder when the next one comes out.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the next Berserk video. Oh? What's this?
Yes, we have all reason to believe that Berserk Part 3 is on its way. In fact, it's coming from out of space and making a direct course to Berserk Part 2. We will now cut to Berserk Part 2 in the wild.
That's enough of part 1. We've already seen that. Let's move on to part 2. Just before we get into part 2, me and Sean want to give a huge fucking thank Well, that was probably the weirdest intro I've ever cooked up, but welcome to part 3 of the 3-part series of us reading the first volume of Berserk. Also, just cutting in right before we get into this, Sean just sent me a video, like right now while I'm editing this, and he found the full collection of Berserk. Which isn't that weird, but it's weird that it happened right now. Okay, so this chapter starts off with Guts showing up to a beheading, looking like fucking Batman as always, and then stealing the show by picking up the head and throwing it at the corrupt leader. No! Bro, he caught it. The leader then goes on to crush the skull in his bare hands, and Guts goes into hiding since, you know. No. And of course, since Guts is as subtle as piss in snow, he gets caught basically instantly. And since the grand escape didn't work, doom music kicks in. The badass moment is then very rudely interrupted by Puck.
Looks like you owe me one now.
And of course, the second Puck gloats, he also brings trouble. In the form of a 7-foot-tall behemoth bastard. And in typical Guts fashion, he doesn't give a fuck how big the enemy is, he rips it to shreds. And because Guts is literally sweeping the floor with them, they call for backup. And this is where Guts gets help from a stranger. That stranger being the man in the sewers?
Over here, quickly.
And with the help of Sewerman Steve, Guts is able to make a Batman-esque escape. I swear to God, I'm pretty sure this is just Batman the manga. And since the rest of the chapter is basically just conversation, I'm gonna let the previously recorded Sean and Brandon dub over what happens.
How unfriendly.
It's because everyone's suspicious. You never know when you might be accused of heresy. Or by whom. It's because everyone's sus. Vicious. And they're not just afraid of strangers, acquaintances, neighbors. Friends. Even families. In this town, people are a thing to be feared.
Interior. Rocket ship to Mars. Well, what is this place? Is he a butcher? Maybe an Eastern herbalist?
That's an elf in a jar. It's elf on a shelf, let's go!
It's an elf on a shelf!
Quite a collection. I suppose if somebody were to accuse you of being a heretic, you'd have a hard time explaining all this. What happened to your nose?
Nothing of that sort. Just a has-been physician, that's all I am. You know, I saw you at the execution grounds today. Do you have some sort of grudge against the Count? Is it revenge?
I am vengeance. I'm gonna kick your stick because I don't like you. Kick.
Ah, fuck! Dick, move, bro!
Okay.
Guts!
You stole my line. I'm the one who's asking the questions, not you. Don't say my line again. It ruins my roleplay experience.
I couldn't afford them to let I couldn't afford to let them capture you back there. I want you to kill him. I want you to cut him into little pieces.
Wait, where's your
Oh,
nose?
you see, I have no nose. That demon, when I was 4 years old, he went, "Huh, got your nose."
Where'd he put it?
Then he went, He, that accursed cunt. He's not even human. He's a demon.
You are the ugliest fucking person I think I've ever seen.
Look at me. These legs. His face.
Yeah, I know it's awful.
That fiend cut them up piece by piece. And ate them. You don't believe my story, do you?
I couldn't care less. I believe you. No. Rather, I know what he is.
There's something I want to show you.
It better not be your cock.
No, he ate that as well. I have a feeling it's gonna be something awful again.
It's my half-eaten chode. This is it.
Oh no.
My left testicle.
This is a really bad sculpture.
It's my nose!
It's his nose. I have no idea what that word is.
A be he lit. Fam.
What the be he lit?
Be he lit? Yes, he be lit.
A behelit.
Well, that was volume 1. I think because we were making so many jokes, we were kind of very desensitized to like this.